Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen, and if you're new here, I'm a first-time mom sharing my experiences, and today we are going to talk about postpartum must-haves. So these are things that you're going to want to get ready and have all set up at your place to for when you come home with your new baby. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so I just want to say, first of all, postpartum, so the time after you have a baby, is definitely a journey. And so I want to first say that, and whatever products or any things that you use, definitely a very personal journey. So a lot of things, these are kind of just the must-haves that worked for me. Everyone is going to be slightly different. I had a C-section, so some of these things are going to be more C-section specific, but in general, a lot of them are pretty similar, so it doesn't totally matter what type of birthing situation you had. So I just want to start out right away and talk about adult diapers, because this was something that was surprising to me. They look like this. These ones are kind of fancy. They have like a little flowery design. For me, I kind of had to figure out what worked for me or what I felt comfortable in. When I left the hospital, they gave me like these mesh undies that they look like this. Not very cute, but they're kind of just like this mesh material. So essentially you wear that and then you put some sort of like pad or something in there. You can have different scenarios. Use something like mesh disposable underwear with a pad. You can wear an adult diaper, you know, whatever floats your boat, really. So for me, I tried the adult diapers, tried different sizes, which is definitely a bit, you know, not super fun when you try on your adult diapers you bought and they're a little too small, so you have to buy bigger adult diapers. So just, you know, that's never a fun experience. But anyway, but they kind of look like this. They're very stretchy, you know, but I don't know, for me, they just were not what worked for me. So what I wanted to show you guys what worked really well for me is these. So these are the Freedom Mom, you can see there, disposable undies. I really liked the material that they're made out of. I don't even know what this is. It's just kind of like this stretchy, almost feels like foamy kind of. But for some reason, these just seem to be the most comfortable to me. And you just gotta find what works for you. I would say try different things, buy different products, so that when you get home, you know, what you think might work might not. And so, you know, give yourself options so you're not kind of scrambling when you first get home. Scrambling around for different disposable undies and adult diapers, which, you know, who wants to do that? So these were a must-have for me. So definitely check them out, try them, and have them as an option because you might like these too. Okay, let's get all the adult diapers out of the way. Okay, so a big theme is you want to be comfortable. So definitely have stuff all ready for you for when you come home. Buy comfy pajamas. But these were super, they're like, just find like really stretchy, these are pajama shorts, but just like really stretchy fabrics I feel like work best. This is just like a button down, really stretchy, same thing material, pajama top. Definitely get yourself some pajamas that are comfortable. Get yourself some comfortable socks, really cozy, fluffy socks, slippers, or if you own these. A lot of them you might have gotten when you were pregnant, because when you're pregnant, that's another thing. You kind of want to be comfortable. So you might be able to use a lot of those items postpartum. So definitely, you know, see what you have, see what would work. Must have that I really used a lot, and you can tell by just looking at my robe. I know it's the same color as my pajama top that I had. It's the same brand. So Stars Above is the brand. I have it in black also. I have it in 2 colors. And I had it when I was pregnant. I can show you, I can insert a picture of this is my last picture, I think, before I was, of me kind of like showing my belly bump before I gave birth, because I had my baby 2 weeks early. A robe is something that I was definitely not like a robe person before getting pregnant. Not really a robe person most through my pregnancy until the very end. You don't have to worry about it being too tight on your skin. You don't have to worry about any incision. If you're nursing and breastfeeding, you know it's really easy to take on and off. So I would say a robe is definitely a postpartum must-have. I think also I went for dark colors, so navy blue, black. So I would go for dark colors for sure. Another postpartum must-have that I used was a water bottle. So this might seem obvious, but definitely take care of yourself. Make sure you're drinking as much water as possible, especially if you're breastfeeding, even if you're not, because you're recovering and healing, and you're gonna wanna stay hydrated. You're gonna be so busy, so it's gonna be really hard to remember to drink water. So I would say keep like a water bottle beside you on your nightstand. Bring it with you around the house. That way it'll remind you to drink water. So this is definitely a must-have for me. So this is called the upside down peri bottle. I would totally recommend this. So they give you one at the hospital, and it is kind of works, but it's kind of just like like a spray bottle that's very sort of just kind of shooting water, and you kind of have to stick your arm down in there, and it's kind of weird. So I would invest in this. They're not super expensive. I think I got this on Amazon. And so what's awesome about this is, let's see it there, that it has sort of this like squishy bottle, and the way that it sprays. So you don't have to like put your arm in some crazy way, and it really is just the angle is what you want. So I would definitely invest in this. It's funny, on the side of the box it says, "Trust us, your vagina will thank you." That's kind of nice. Okay, so another postpartum must-have that you're gonna want is your vitamins. You want to make sure that you're still taking your vitamins, especially if you're breastfeeding or pumping. Make sure you take your vitamins. I just kept these beside my nightstand, and I take them at night, so I made sure I was still taking these. My next postpartum must-have is some sort of comfy nursing or pumping bras. So this would only be for if you are nursing or pumping. I think I'm going to make a video also about my journey with breastfeeding, pumping, formula, because I did all 3. You know, I was really happy with what journey we had went on. I definitely want to make a video about that, just to share our experiences. I was breastfeeding, or I tried breastfeeding in the beginning, so I definitely needed some comfy bras. This one's from Fish, and you definitely just want anything that kind of unclips and clips down. I think this one is also from Fish. Yes, so these were both really comfy. They come in a packs of like 3. You can get different colors, and I would totally recommend this brand, but I think a pack of 3 is like $30, so it's definitely pretty affordable. Okay, so my next item is, so this might be C-section specific. For me, having a C-section where they cut you, or where the slice is to get the baby out, is actually where, like, if you're picturing wearing like a bikini bottom, where the top of that bottom lies. Also, where your panty line would be in the front. So essentially, I couldn't really wear any of my panties when I got home. So I had to buy high-waisted underwear, which is hard to find. It's hard in a pandemic to find also. But so these are what I ended up wearing. So I have to say that it is hard to go from wearing, cute underwear that you love and, is obviously much smaller than this. And you have to wear these like big, giant underwear that you're like, what the hell? I already look crazy, and now I have to wear these big, unflattering underwear. But it doesn't last very long. In the whole scheme of things, it's not for so long. You really just want to be comfortable. And honestly, it's more of just like survival, because you're sort of like, well, you literally cannot wear any of your underwear in your underwear drawers. And you get through it and you deal. Your body is healing, and you just have to be really patient. I would laugh about it a lot. Humor, kind of making jokes, helps a lot through the postpartum time. You have to wear big giant granny panties. You just gotta rock them. And if you are rocking them, I would say rock them in a dark color because you're gonna be bleeding. So you're going to be bleeding for a few weeks, maybe a month and a half after you have your baby. So, I would get a dark color. Black is what works for me. So, yeah. So, my next must-have postpartum item is a heating pad. So, this was the one that I got. And this was not something that I initially realized that I would need. It was definitely something that once I got home, and you're carrying a baby, your body has just gone through so much. You're up and down, bending up and down, doing all this stuff. And your back is gonna kill. So essentially, I was like, oh my God, my back. And so I got a heating pad. You might already have a heating pad at your house. We obviously did not, so I had to buy a new one. And, or I had to buy one. And now it's kind of nice to it's good to have, I think, one in the house in case you twist the wrong way or you hurt yourself. But I would say definitely heating pad for sure. Another item I would say a postpartum must have, I would get nipple cream. So this was the Earth Mama Organics nipple cream, and this was really great. I would totally recommend this brand. I honestly did not breastfeed very long, so I did not need this very much, but I did use it. And there's different brands available, but this one, I did a lot of research and this had really good reviews, so I would suggest them. It worked for us. I had this in the hospital with me, and I kept it next to my bed, and I would definitely make sure you have some of this in the house just in case. So some other must-have postpartum items are things like Tux or Dermaplast, some sort of cooling ointment for you. For me, I had a C-section, so I did not need these things, but if you don't really know what you're gonna have, obviously, if you're a first-time mom, so it's good to have those just in case. Because I went into the hospital early, I was actually planning on buying these probably like literally that weekend. I was going to buy some of these things because you don't really know. You want to be prepared, but it turned out I ended up having a C-section anyway, so I didn't need it. So another must-have postpartum kind of, I don't know if it's like an item, but I mean, I guess it's an item. So I would say is like a basket next to your bed. Looks like this. And essentially, I had snacks, I had like little toiletry things, I would keep vitamins, medication, I would keep my water bottle, So put your nipple cream in here. Anything really that there's gonna be little things here and there that you're gonna need. Put hair ties. I had essential oils. I had just a lot of different things that it's just kind of nice to have everything. It's almost like a little care package for yourself next to your bed. And so shout out to my mom who kind of came up with this idea and would fill my basket with stuff. And so that was really great. Another must-have postpartum item that's not a super must-have. It's kind of like a kind of nice thing to have, not totally a must-have, but I used them. I used them in the hospital, and I used them after when I came home. These are eye masks. This is my favorite brand of eye masks. They're called Launder Beauty, and this is the brand. And these eye masks are the best. You can get them at Sephora. We spent almost a full week in the hospital. The first few nights we didn't sleep at all, and so I remember I used these maybe like once or twice when I was in the hospital, and I would definitely suggest that. Do something that's kind of nice for yourself. I think a pack of these is $25, and it comes with 6 pairs. I would say it's worth it just because it's kind of nice. It's almost like, or like you can get like a face mask, things like that. That's kind of nice to have at the house. Just kind of something to make yourself feel good. So that's what you're looking for. So my last postpartum item is not something that I have, but it's really just to be kind to yourself, really rest. The first few moments and days with your baby, first few weeks really, is just such a special time, and just kind of set yourself up for success. Get things that are gonna make you feel comfortable. It's kind of it can be stressful at times. It can be the most amazing at times. And so just have things in the house that will help you heal and maybe make your experience a little bit easier. And honestly, I remember when I was buying postpartum items, it's a really super exciting time. You're coming to the end of this whole, experience that you're going through with pregnancy. And, just think when you're using these postpartum items, you're going to have your baby with you. And so that's really, the most important part and the most fun part of it. So definitely, remember that if you're getting nervous or, you're feeling anxious, like, oh, I don't know if I have all the things that I need. Honestly, I did not. I went into the hospital 2 weeks early, and for some reason I was kind of I wasn't in denial, but the timeline of things I was a little off with, where I had just packed our hospital bag a few days before we left. So luckily I did that, but for me, I felt like I always said, oh, I have so much time. And even if you are like me and that happens to you, honestly, you will be okay, because you can get stuff after. So, a lot of this stuff I got after too. So don't worry about that. I would say, maybe one other thing is to just don't be intimidated by things you're going to see online. Your experience is going to be different, and their experience is going to be different. So figure out what works for you. These things are just what worked for me. So hopefully you've gotten some ideas, and hopefully that will help you as you're planning your postpartum time. And yeah, so I wanted to say too, so I am going to make a postpartum video part 2. So in that video, I'm going to talk about the weird things that happen to your body postpartum. So things like hair loss, chapped lips, sweating, hot flashes, stretch marks, all of those fun things. So that'll be in my next video, so check that out for sure. And that'll be coming in the next couple days. So yeah, good luck as you're planning your postpartum experience, and remember that you got this. Let me know in the comments below what things are your postpartum must-haves, or what were your postpartum must-haves. I'd love to hear from you. Definitely leave me a comment. All right, guys, Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell notification button, and I will see you in my next video. All right, bye guys.